Okay, let's see if I can keep this video going long enough that I can show off all my other babies in one shot. That way I just don't have to keep going back and forth like this. Look at these little shits. What's up, buddy? Hey, Tad, eat your fucking heart out. Mine are cuter. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Big Daddy right here. This one right here, that's Galileo. He's the other two's daddy. This here's Thurgood. And this one down here's Petey. Alright. We've also got a fourth one. This poor guy's stuck on his own. We have Stuart. Hey! Not cool, Miller. Not cool. Not cool. Okay, not cool. Stuart here's a loner because he wasn't part of the original grouping with these other guys. And if I stick him in the cage with them, they're going to tear this little guy apart. I don't think they'd actually kill him, but they'd hurt him pretty bad. And we can't have that. We can't have that. He's got a bit of a toot on him, but I've been working with him to try to fix that. Alright. You want to try to take a snip out of me? You want to try to take a snip out of me? Leave me alone for a little while. Quit terrorizing him. You guys have already seen Calvin and Hobbes. Now this will surprise you. Those two are actually albinos. Yeah. Everybody says, well, albino, doesn't that mean they're going to be completely white? No. Albinism is a lack of the pigment melanin, which is the pigment that causes black. So normally, on a normal wild corn snake, there would be black bands around their little orange saddles that y'all saw. Well, on Calvin and Hobbes, they're white bands because they don't have any melanin pigment in their skin. Their eyes are also red, if you didn't see that. Now, the reason I say all this is not just to be a smartass, because this little guy right here. Come on, big boy. This is the bullwhip. The bullwhip is what they call a blizzard corn snake. What's up, buddy? The scientific term for him is leucistic because he lacks any pigment. As y'all see, he is pretty much completely white. He's got a little pink blushing right here where his saddles would normally be. But yeah, he's pretty much completely white. Oh, give us a little mugging, boy. Call him a bullwhip because look at this tail right here. He does that every time I hold him. He does not feel safe unless his tail is anchored to something. So when you go to pick him up, that little tail is just a whipping like crazy. What's up, boy? He's a good boy. Calvin I trust more than any of my other boys, but this one right here, he comes a pretty close second. I trust all of them, but those two, I don't think I ever have to worry about them. This little guy, I'm a little more concerned than Calvin. But Calvin, I'll throw him straight into a total stranger's hands and I know he'll be fine. Oh. Yeah, this one's doing great. But this one's not the one we were worried about. That was Calvin up here. Oh, look, there he is. He's still looking for a little mugging. There's Calvin. I don't know if you guys can see him because I got the camera turned the other way. Come on, buddy. Yeah, all my babies are doing good. We're going to put this one back. show off the next one. Where are you going? Put your head in there. There you go, Goofy. Get in there. There he goes. There he goes. Right now I'm using paper towels until I get paid this Wednesday so I can buy this Aspen bedding. Got his little flower here. And he's off in his little cave where it's nice and warm in there. So I've got a little heat pad put right under there. So it stays good and warm in there. Ooh, did somebody leave me a shed? Somebody did leave me a shed. Oh, look at that. Oh. This is the last of my corn snakes. This is baby Nessie. Baby Nessie's growing so big. Let me see them eyes. Let me see them eyes. Oh, I know you're still freaking out. Probably just got done with your shed. Let me see that tail. Say hi, Nessie. Oh, look, there she goes mugging. Oh, my babies love the camera. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. What you doing, baby? This is the one that caused quite a stir at work, because everybody saw the picture of this one chilling out on top of my head. There she goes. Oh, get behind my glasses. I can't see you now. This one here's got a... This one here has a crazy awesome feed response. Which I love, but at the same time I also want to be careful of. Because if her feed response gets too crazy, it will be hard for me to feed her. See if we can find the rest of your shed in here and clean that out, and then we will put you back. I had no idea she had shed for me, y'all. It's a bit of a broken shed. It's not one solid piece like I hoped. So. But at least her eye caps came off and her tail tip came off. Those are the important things. Give us some loving. Say hi. Say hi. Good girl. You're a good girl. Oh, this one's gonna be my little camera star. Yeah. Okay. This one back. What are you three doing? They're trying to terrorize each other. Come on, get in there. Get in there, little girl. Get in there, baby girl. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, I already know, because I got shit about this the last time. People are going to be worried about me keeping them in these totes as opposed to the big giant terrariums. But the truth is, snakes actually prefer feeling sort of claustrophobic. They really like feeling cluttered because they have more places to hide. Because think about it, if you are the size of one of these corn snakes, if you're out in the open and you're a wild animal, what happens to you? You're lunch. So, the more cluttered a snake feels, usually the happier the snake is. And this little girl right here is no exception to that rule. But she's gotten a bigger cage recently because she is growing huge. This is Noodle. She is my ball python. The rest of my babies were all corn snakes, but she's my ball python. She's what they call a pastel, which is a color morph. There's her face. Why are you so shy today? She's hiding her face. She's hiding her face in my hand. Come on. Come on. There she is. There she is. She's my shy one. Look at this color pattern on her, guys. This is why they call her pastel. Isn't she beautiful? She's so good looking. Whoop! There goes that head shyness of yours. How old is she? She is, I think she's about 1.5 years now, because she was still a neonate when we bought her. And we bought her a little over 1 year ago. So I'd say about a year, between 1.5 years and 2 years old. The rest of them all, Calvin and Hobbs, are at least 4. We bought them 2.5 years ago, and they were at least 1 year old then. Maybe 2 years old. So they're at least 4, maybe 5 years old. Bullwhip is probably a little older, judging by how big he is. When we bought him, he was already an adult, and that was about 6 months ago. So he's probably 5, maybe 6 years old. And the little baby over here, she can't be 1 year old yet. She's a neonate. There's a little muggins. There's some muggins. Good girl. Good girl. I said I love all my babies, but this one here I have to work with a lot more because he's so shy. At least I'm finally starting to get her into the camera. That's everybody. I gotta clean her cage out because her cage is looking a little rough. And tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday. Everybody's getting fed. Gonna feed them this weekend, but ran into a financial setback. And I haven't been able to get a hold of my rat guy. So I'll probably go to Southside and pick up some feeder rats for everybody.